guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa, Best Life Lee. Well, today's video is entitled Pumpkin Spice and Angels Are Nice, and that's because I'm going to be sharing with you an iced pumpkin spice cold brew. My idea of cold brew isn't going to be, you know, the way that they make cold brew, but I am going to make it as an iced coffee. Because it's still summer and it's still hot out. In some places it's still really hot out. So even though you might not want a pumpkin spice latte yet, you might want one that's an iced coffee. And the reason angels are nice is because the message today is going to be about angels. And I'm going to kind of give you an explanation and some tips on how to have angels in your life. So anyway, I hope that you will enjoy this pumpkin spice iced coffee. And if you do, I hope that you will give it a try, and I hope that you will let me know if you love it. And then if you're interested in angels and learning about angels and having angels explained to you, then I hope that you will watch this video all the way through to the end. So to make this iced pumpkin spice coffee, I am going to use 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, and I am using real maple syrup, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I am going to use 1/3 of a cup of half and half. Now you can use a non-dairy milk, you can use an almond milk or some other non-dairy milk. I'm using 1 tablespoon of 100% pure pumpkin puree, and then it calls for 1/8 of a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. I am realizing that I am out of so many spices. When I moved, if they were near expiration or expired, I threw them all out. I don't even know what I have in there, so I don't have any pumpkin pie spice. So I just double, like I made 1/8 of a teaspoon, half nutmeg and half cinnamon. I'm sure it will be fine. The biggest thing is the pumpkin. And so what you do is you take all of the ingredients except the coffee, you put it into a blender, or you can use a frother, which I am going to use today. So I'm going to get everything in my little cup here so that I can froth it. And then for the coffee, what I did is I made a cup of coffee in my Keurig, and you can use any kind of vessel that will hold more than your coffee. And what I do is I put ice in here, and then I put the coffee in, and then I shake it up to melt the ice, and that makes it iced coffee. Now it really doesn't water it down all that much. It still tastes great. So I'm gonna water down my coffee. I don't want to water it down. So I'm gonna get ice in my container. Now you want your coffee nice and cold, so you put a good amount of ice. And the hot coffee is going to melt that ice pretty quick. And then I'm just going to shake it. All right, shake it up. And the rest of that ice will just melt in there. So I'm going to get everything into my container. This looks wonderful. It smells really good too. So let's get the coffee into my jar. And we're gonna add some more ice to that. Now, obviously, I think the best way to make this is if you buy the cold brew. You can buy Starbucks cold brew in the refrigerator section at the grocery store. But for now, I'm just using my regular coffee. It is nice and cold. Let's get our pumpkin spice in there. Oh my goodness, that looks wonderful. It looks so good. Can you see that? As it all blends in there together. That looks beautiful. Let's give it a taste. You know, it's delicious. Now, perhaps if I had the pumpkin pie spice, it might have been even more spicy, but I can taste it's like a hint of pumpkin. It's not too sweet. I have no sugar in here other than the maple syrup and a little bit of the vanilla extract. And that's it. And I don't like a sweet coffee. So it's not high in calories. 2 teaspoons of this. Now the half and half is where you're gonna get your calorie count, but the maple syrup, 2 tablespoons is 100. 100 calories. I only used 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. And the half and half is 40 calories for 2 tablespoons, and I used 1/3 of a cup. So, you know, that's where your calories come in, is your half and half. So if you use some like almond milk that has 30 calories per cup, you'd be great. This would be a really low calorie drink. It's absolutely delicious for an iced coffee at this time of year. You got your hint of fall in there. It's not too drastic. It's not too strong. I love this. And you're getting the little bit of the pumpkin. It's delicious. It is delicious. So I hope that you have enjoyed that. Now let me know if you give it a try. I will include the recipe in the description section. And so now if you want to hear a little bit about the angels and how they are woven into the thread of our lives, then I hope that you will continue to watch and hear today's message. Also, if it whets your appetite and you want a little bit more, then I hope that you will check out my blog post. It's linked in the description section. And it is called Angels Are Real. So I hope that you will check that out. I hope that you will let me know what you think. And I hope that you will enjoy the rest of this video and the rest of your week. I am truly blessed that you are here. Take care, everybody. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now. Angels are real. They do respond to our requests, and they love to let us know they are here. As an example, yesterday I wrote my blog post about the angels. Later I went on the road for work. My sign that the angels are with me is a sequence of the number 4. All along the roadways I saw multiple, I mean many, license plates with the number sequence of 444 or 44. They were letting me know they liked the post, and they were affirming for me that the message is true. You might think it's just a coincidence, but I know it's real. Angels will do this for you too. All you need to do is ask them to show you. If you want to know what your sign is, simply ask them in the morning to show you their sign, and then pay attention to something you see or hear repeatedly over the course of the day. Don't overthink it. Once you choose the sign, they'll use it to remind you of their presence, especially at times when you feel alone or sad or unhappy about something. I've experienced them working in my life Archangel Michael has removed negative energy at times in my life when I've been in toxic relationships. Archangel Raphael has healed me and comforted me in times of fear. I ask angels to help me find things I've lost and find everyday things like parking spaces in an overcrowded lot. The minute I ask, it appears. My kids have been in the car when it's happened, and they've seen the angels at work. One time, I was picking up one of them after school, and he had to remember not to get on the bus that day. He was afraid he would forget. I told him to ask his angels to remind him. At the end of the day, I was there waiting for him, and he was so excited when he got in the car. He said, "My angels made me look at the clock, and I remembered not to get on the bus." Angels are all loving, and they are here to walk with us in this life. It does not mean you worship them and they never take the place of God. They are gifts from God, protectors and helpers at the ready, always. We need only ask because they will never interfere with our free will. The universe does create whatever we think about, but it does not discern what is good or bad, right or wrong. And many times we create things in our lives that bring us sorrow and pain, and we likely do it over and over again with habitual thoughts. The angels are here to soothe us in those times, to bring us back to peace, our birthright in God. Learn all that you can about angels. Incorporate them into your daily thoughts. Tell them when you need peace and ask them to help in all situations. Ask and be amazed. Be free, be happy, be blessed.